But anyhow, when you're looking at wood, most people will go and throw one time at a piece of cover, and they'll reel their bait in, and they'll go on down the bank. If I see a piece of wood, and I've been catching them on stumps or lay down logs or corner of a boat dock or any kind of wood in a lake, sometimes I'll throw 15, 20 times by one tree, because it's all about the angle it goes by there when they're not aggressive. I'll throw, like if I'm looking to lay down and it's like this table, I'll throw down the right side where it kind of bumps off the right side. Then I'll throw down the left side and let it come down the left side. Then if that doesn't work, I'll throw over the top of it where it's bumping on top of it. Yeah, I hang up a lot. I catch a lot of fish because I keep that bait. And if you learn how to reel it, and I don't know how to explain the technique where it bumps, bumps, bumps without hanging up, you're going to catch a lot of fish. And then if that doesn't work after 6 or 7 casts, I'll move out here like this, and I'll throw where it's going not long ways, but over just little bitty parts of it. And if I think it's in the right spot, I'll get down to the other side of the tree, throw down it 7, 8, 10 times. A lot of people say, boy, and you're just fishing the heck out of that tree. And usually I'll catch them too, because I'll make that bass bite. He'll get so pissed at me, he finally wants to just commit suicide. But it's always, what it is the angle. Sometimes he's laying there and that bait goes by him and misses him. He's not chasing it. The next one goes by, he looks at it, he doesn't hit it. The next one goes by, and finally one bumps something right next to him. He said, that's it, I'm killing it. And he will. But that's the way I do stumps, lay downs. When I get in an area where I know they're there, I'll throw multiple times at one piece of cover. And a lot of times, I've seen lots of times, I catch 4 or 5 off one tree. I might catch 2 and then go off and fish some other places and come back an hour later and catch 2 more. A good example, we had a BASS one time at Bugs Island in Virginia. And it was in the October. I'll never forget it. And I was using which is called the Kevin Van Dam Square Bill now, or the RC 1.5. They both look the same because they copied, everybody copied off the RC 1.5 because it was so good for a couple of years and they couldn't stand it. Everybody copied them. They got all of these companies have the same design bait. Some are a little different, but they're basically the same thing. It's kind of a little brim or shad colored, or you got different ones. You can see here that I've caught a lot of fish on this one. See that red hook on the front? Caught a lot of fish on that one. You can see it looks like I've caught a ton. But that tournament, these first came out. And I went up the river at Bugs Island and I fished all one day of practice, never got a fish. And by my knowing what I know, I knew that if I got in the right area up that river, I'd have a chance to win it. So I went back up and fished all new area the next day, and there was a tree. I mean, it's about as big, it was bigger than this table. Huge tree that fell off the bank, and one end of it was in 3 foot, the other end was in 6 foot. Well, I pulled up to that one tree in practice and threw that crankbait, come down it, caught one about 4. I said, ooh. Well, I couldn't stand it. I had to throw again, didn't I? So I moved on this side of the tree and I threw down it. 3rd cast down it, I caught a 5-pounder. I said, well, I ain't throwing back no more. Well, I fished the rest of the day. I never caught another fish. I mean, I fished and fished and fished. Well, the last day of the tournament, it was stormy and lightning, and I do not fish in the lightning. I'm from Arkansas, and I don't like lightning. So I didn't even practice that day, okay? So the first day of the tournament, we took off. Where did I go? I run 25 miles up the river. I get up to that tree. I pulled in there with that square bill. I lined it up perfect, threw down it, caught a 4-pounder. Threw down the outside of it, caught one about 4 pounds. Then I moved down the other side and caught a 3.5-pounder. And I kept fishing that tree and fishing it. And finally, after about 45 minutes, I thought to myself, shit, I done caught them all. So I left, and I fished for 3 or 4 hours. And I looked at my watch, I said, man, I need to go back and fish that tree one more time. So I pulled up to that tree again with about an hour left in the tournament, and I threw out there and caught a 5-pounder. I said, oh God, if I just catch one more, I'll have a good string of fish. And I fished it and fished it and fished it, nothing. And finally I pulled around on the back side of the tree and threw the other way down the tree. Boom, I caught a 4-pounder. Well, I came in, I was in 3rd place, first day, 200 people. And I thought, dang, you know, and you know, people say, well, you're in 3rd place, you think you're gonna win it? I said, shit, I'm glad I caught 5 fish. I didn't think I was gonna catch 5, you know.
And the information Bass University provides isn't your basic run-of-the-mill fishing video. This is specific information from A to Z to help you learn, get to the water, and become a better angler quickly.